Super Mario 64 has remained as a top classic game and continues to be pushed to its limits by speedrunners today. Most of the time though, these runners will play the game on its original console. There is a difference between playing the game on the 64 and a newer console like the Switch. One controller has notches, and the other sends you falling to your death. I wondered though, is it possible to compete with other high-ranking players on the leaderboards using Switch? Having speedrun the 16-star category for years now, I set out on a challenge to find out. The first run-through went about as well as it could've. I managed to get first try cannonless. The Womp's Fortress wall star, which involves a precise setup that involves holding straight down. A first try wall kick off this cage to get the star, skipping the owl you're meant to ride. And even almost got pillarless, where you pick up a bomb while it's exploding to prevent it from blowing up. This way you can use the backwards momentum you're given to clip through the pyramid and grab the inside the ancient pyramid star. Don't get me wrong though, there were a number of screw-ups throughout the run. Overall, the final time came to a 2054. Pretty decent for a first run, but there are plenty more things to improve. The next run started out a lot better. After skipping the Lakitu that talks to you on the bridge, I ran through Bob-omb Battlefield and managed to save 10 seconds off the first split. Though despite my efforts, I couldn't quite get owlless until many tries later. Time to reset. The following attempt, I ended up dying trying to get the red coins in the first Bowser stage multiple times. Another reset. 2 attempts later, Lakitu was skipped and the Womp's Fortress stars were done relatively quickly. After a decent first Bowser stage, gold split, gold split, gold split. This string of improving my best segment times for the splits meant I was making headway, but would it remain that way? Oh. Ah, no. After an unfortunate death, I had to suck it up and push on. Improving the time it took me to clip through doors using the rabbit mips helped greatly, resulting in another gold split. The second Bowser stage wasn't that great, but still better than the previous attempt. Overall, the run still needed more improvement, but a better final Bowser fight helped me achieve a 1946. After the first 2 runs, I was feeling pretty good, knowing there was definitely more time to save. But then I had an idea. My current personal best on the Nintendo 64 copy of the game pulled off a trick that is usually only used for more top level times. The lobby backwards long jump, or LBLJ for short. It's like the classic backwards long jump, where you perform a long jump, then repeating the long jump but backwards while going up certain staircases, you can gain an infinite amount of backward speed to help you launch through doors and even past the never-ending staircase barrier, which you're supposed to have 70 stars to pass by. Although for the lobby, you can't use these stairs to BLJ past the 8-star door. But you can clip into this column, and using precise movement, BLJ up against this wall. Considering you're up against a unique invisible barrier, you can gain a lot of backward speed to launch yourself around the castle and past the door. My N64 PB that does this may not be the cleanest run, but it did achieve a 16-minute time, which is at least decent. The route that uses this trick also skips Bob-omb Battlefield and Cool Cool Mountain, replacing those stars and a couple in Womp's Fortress with some faster stars in the basement levels of the castle. I wasn't really expecting much for the first run with this new route, which is pretty fair considering that some of the tricks took at least 2 or more tries. Despite some of the screw-ups, some other improvements were made, and one could only wonder what kind of pace I could get. Maybe not. Yeah. Okay, it's not a mid-18. Holy sh... Oh, I'm choking it. Damn, I thought it was gonna be like a low 18 if I get it right, but... Am I even gonna get a sub 19? Oh no! Oh no! 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 Of course, things involving speedrunning aren't always gonna go smoothly. If you watch a typical speedrunner, you'll likely see them reset their runs multiple times if they just aren't happy with it. You may see the occasional no reset run, and a lot of the time it'll result in them being behind on their splits. But sometimes you just need the practice. This was evident as after a quick break, I had to practice some of the early game movement. After I felt confident enough to keep going, it was time for more runs. A lot of the hard tricks were either done first or second try, which is honestly not that bad. In fact, there was a possibility of getting a low 18-minute time if I kept going strong. Ooh. Okay. Oh, please! Oh, no! Maybe this was gonna be harder than I thought. I was just off. Okay. Got it for sure 18 this time, but it's not over. It's not over.
That's what you think, but it's not over yet!
Oh no, I really just did. I think I'll have to stop there on that note. Hopefully I'll get a better time today. I gotta play Element Mine today, dude. Ah, nice. Nice. The goal. I'm only plus 21 now. A few runs into the second day, the sum of my best segments totaled up, making a low 17-minute time theoretically possible had I played a run exactly as I did in each of my best segments. After just 2 days with this wonky control stick movement, that's really not bad at all. But how would that translate into real runs? It was this run whose pace was all over the place, where I'd soon learn about getting emotionally attached to a run. Oh my god! There was no way, dude. No! A Goomba! A Goomba killed it! Had this worked, I could have gone from a high 18 to a time roughly in the 1740s. It didn't really matter what my actual personal best was. I was upset that I couldn't make this jump in time. But did I give up? Dude. Oh no. I'm doing so good too, what the f. No. Dude. Dude. Come on. Where's the... Dude, what a way to choke. Up to this point, it was the best pace I had been on through this challenge. Out of Shifting Sandland, my best possible time was a 16:44, 10 seconds ahead of my personal best. There was no telling where this run could have gone, had it not been for human error catching up with me. Throughout the challenge, I had gotten better and better over time using the controller, to the point where even coming somewhat close to a personal best was possible. Determined to have some sort of a happy ending, I decided to give it one last shot. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm so head right now. What happened? Oh my god. It's still a 1747. Bro, that could have been a low 17, dog. Like, what the hell? This run ended up being a 1746. Had I not choked in the final Bowser fight, the run could have potentially been a 17:06. Being in the last part of the game, only 12 seconds off my PB on N64, that really is quite the feat, having only done this for 2 days. Sure, if I gave myself more time, a 16 might have possibly happened, but I think I'm able to make my point here. Despite the lack of notches on the control stick, and even though it doesn't quite feel like the original console, you can still achieve a competitive time in the speedrunning scene, as long as you give yourself enough time and practice to pull it off. In fact, the best time on Switch for 16 star as of this video is a 15:49, which is a little over a minute off the current world record set by Green Suigi on N64. Make sure to check out the Super Mario 64 speedrunning leaderboards, link in the description. With that being said, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and peace.